What's the definition of real?
I think for me, being real is having integrity, being able to go to sleep at night knowing that I've done the right thing by me, not by society.
Yeah, Anthony, you see this car here. I love this car so much because I have the ability to do what I do to your girl every night. I undress her. Yes, what do you mean? You can undress the car. This car, you can remove the doors, you can remove the roof. Easy access, easy flow. You understand? I'm a millionaire now. We're no longer doing small boy cars. I'm joking. Oh, humble beginnings. But you understand that because right now, you can see I don't stay in poverty no more. We have elevated ourselves, my friend. You and your polo, your polo that costs like what? Your polo costs the same price as my bumper. Because today's car is the Jeep Wrangler. We have a car that your boyfriend struggles to get, which is the Jeep Wrangler 3.6 V6. And surprisingly, is that this thing here shares the same engine as the following four cars: a Chrysler 300C, a Jeep, obviously, Grand Cherokee. Now, this is where we get a little bit funny: a Dodge Ram. Yes, Dodge Ram 1500. Or for you slow idiots out there, the Dodge 1500. And lastly, this one will even shock you: a Dodge Challenger. And yes, they share the same engine, which is a Pentester engine. This one here is a 3.6 V6 Pentester engine. Yes, when you open the hood, it's going to tell you VVT, but it's originally a Pentester. And one thing that I can tell you is that we were not speeding in this car. That was not me. Trust me, that was not me. But back to the whole thing. Speaking of speed, this thing produces 209 kilowatts at 347 newton meters of torque. And to sum it all up, it has, wait, where's the guy? Oh, okay, I think I'll move this side. This here has 285 brake horsepower. And one thing I can tell you is that this here comes in two variants, which is the 8-speed manual and also the 8-speed automatic, my mistake, and also the 6-speed manual. And I have so much fun driving this car because it's an off-roader. But one thing that I can tell you is that its handling is absolutely terrible. I have never driven a car that has terrible handling like this. This here is like that mother-in-law that you don't like. Yes, I'm talking to you, Makoti. This car is like that. It doesn't want to listen to you. It's very arrogant. It wants to do its own thing because its aerodynamics is worse than a cow. Yes, a cow. That more thing, the things that they used to pay for your lobola, has better aerodynamics than this thing. But that's simply because it's not built for off-road things. This here is more like a border jumper. So if you are a rich person that likes jumping borders legally, this is for you because you don't scratch your rims. Because as you can see, these are raid tires. The price, the whole rim or the whole wheel itself, I'm going to show it. And the price should be there. And yes, that's the actual price. But now let's speak about these wheels, right? This Jeep comes in four different wheels, which is the 16 steels, the 17 alloys, 18 alloys, and the 20 alloys, right? And these things comes in different versions. Depending on which Jeep you have, will be the ones that you get. But these ones here have been tuned, as these ones are the 18-inch alloy rims with raid tires, and you don't scratch the rim or anything because no matter how hard you were to try to scratch the rim, this tire profile here is extremely thick. There's nothing that you can do to destroy it. Now that we're on the off-roads, this thing here has electrical sway bars. The electrical sway bars of this car really make this car perform absolutely good off-road because it also has a 4-to-1 gear ratio in the off-road scene and the off-road industry, because this thing here can perform things that are absolutely wild, because in its incline angles it can go up to 47, approximately 47 degrees upwards, and going down it can perform going down 40 degrees going down. And one thing that I can say, that for those of you who are slow and saying that, oh, that's not too high, that's close to 90 degrees. Yes, that is so close to 90 degrees. And its water clearance, well, this one has been tuned as well, because as you can see, it has custom bumpers. We'll get to that. Relax. But for the normal standard Jeep Wranglers that you get, its water clearance is up to like 11. Its ground clearance, sorry. Its ground clearance is 12 inches from the ground up. And water clearance is 33 inches up. And that's just the standard version. Now, imagine this, right? You are crossing the Nile River because you want to escape the border patrol. Rivers, come on. You telling me you could bring this thing up? It could even go up to here. That's how big this thing is. Yes, you could literally go very high. And number two, its intake is even higher. So this could even like take way more than what the average car can take. And like I mentioned, oh, wait, sorry, I haven't mentioned this. I mentioned this in the future. Future me will talk about this thing being trail rated. And if you're wondering what the hell is trail rated, it means that it's perfectly built to go off road. It's an off road dominating king. And if there is any car, I want you to look at me in my eyes. In fact, if you feel like there's a better off roading car, I want you to come and grab me by my ball. As you can see, I'm also being sun kissed. But this car also has modified, what you call this thing? Side steps, which are not really standard in the Jeep. You add this feature. Yes, the price is somewhere around. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why, but just know that these are reinforced. This is reinforced steel that is really good for the car. And one thing that I can say is that if you're feeling very risky and you want to like undress the car, or you want to undress your lady, you can also undress this car because it has a feature where you can remove the doors, you can remove the roof. Well, you'll see that as we drive the car. Angles we're having in this episode are insane. Bear with me now because there's a skull in this one. And yes, the price is somewhere on the screen. Or we'll just have a total at the end and then y'all guys will drop your jaw like me. My draw dropped faster than your girl's panties. Yes, it dropped pretty fast. There's a skull in this thing. There are also other custom lights. Could you please also like, yes, thank you. As you can see, could you also like, okay, never mind. The number plate is showing. I don't like doing that. But there are also lights there. There are other lights on the side of the hood. And this car, man, jeez, man. With all gas. Oh, sorry. Kids are watching this. The boot space of this thing. You can chow nicely without any interruptions. I can fit, your girl can fit, your mother can fit, and so can your sister. And I will have fun. Okay, sorry. But one thing that I can tell you about this car is that the boot space is really big. Yes, they are steel bars, but you'll see that in the driving video if you look at the background. And this, like I said, the price is somewhere on the screen. This has got also another reinforced back bumper and the front bumper, as you saw in the whole beginning. We've got a nice rear camera on the wheel. I'm not gonna show you guys, and I'm sure you guys have been eyeballing its ass for a nice. You've been looking at the bum hole of this car very long enough because it has two bum holes, which is 1 and 2. And yes, okay, my fist doesn't fit, but damn, these things are clean as hell. But anyways, so this is what I want you guys to hear. This car. Okay, sorry, I'm geeking out. Now, as you can hear, it sounds amazing. It's no ordinary car. It's not a car. It's not like your boyfriend's Polo. This one puts him to shame. So now, like I said, right? The car's handling is bad. Its aerodynamics is terrible. You know, the car isn't a car that you would go for if you want to drive it on the road only. This is a Jeep Wrangler. It's meant for the off-road. It's meant to explore the off-roadness. It's meant to go wild. That's one thing about this car. So those bad things that I said, completely forget them if you are gonna drive the car for what it's meant to be. This car is good for its off-road capabilities, and it is also trail rated, meaning that it's off-road, it's meant for the off-road trails. Like, you can take this car in places where you think it would never survive. That's the thing. Like, you can take this car in places where you think it would never survive, and it does. It moves so well normally, right? And off-road, this thing can go up to off-road. You see, that's the thing they're talking about, right? So, hey, don't mind the wind, forgive the wind. But now, that's another thing that they also talk about with this car is that when you drive it a bit fast, right, the handling feels a bit wonky. But that's the thing. The car is not meant for such things. The car isn't meant for high speed stuff. It has a lot of power for things that you wouldn't be doing, if you get my point. On the road, obviously. This car, one of the best things that you can have, off-road wise. But now, let us move into its interior. The interior is plastic throughout. Everything is completely plastic. Like, that's the thing. Everything is completely plastic, but that's for a reason. You're gonna be going in muddy places. You're gonna be going in places where there's a lot of water. That's the whole thing with the car. It's the problem with the not the problem. It's the perks of the car. Having plastic isn't bad. It's good. It has originally this thing has an 8.4-inch screen TV. I mean, TV screen on the dashboard, but most of the things is still buttons that it's easy for you to like monitor, see your way around. It's so good that way. That's like a very, very good thing. I like that. The knobs, it also has knobs, buttons, and knobs. It has all of those things. It doesn't have those unnecessary extra features. So that's the thing. The car is, it's like that. And another thing that I can also say, the best part, as you can see, we have a proper, like, there's no roof, right? And this is done the correct way, right? This thing it's been done the correct way. I'm sure you guys can hear the sounds and backgrounds and everything, but please don't mind that. I removed a lot of stuff. But with all of that and all of these things, these nice capabilities and all that, this car is just, it's one of those cars that are just so damn good. And I'm sure you heard the sound it made when we left. It's just that now there's traffic. Well, not really. I'm just driving the right way. We are about to do the part that you guys cannot wait for. Well, I'd love to do it, but ish. But no, no, no. I can't go off road because there are no off road places for me to try off road things. But maybe later on, who knows? What are you doing? Even if oh no 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 baby baby oh this the sound there is nothing that can it's scary even my camera even tilted but there is nothing that can compare to this off-road wise this is the best car and I will stand on that statement. Grab me by my balls and tell me there's a better car than this if you find one. And another good thing I like about this car is that you can undress it. You know, if you want to go skinny dipping and all that type of stuff, you can remove the doors, you can remove the roof, you can remove almost anything in this car. Like, this car is literally purely built for off-road stuff. And yeah.
You need to be doing.
I just made a blunder, a blunder, a blunder, a blunder. Now I might be a father, a father, a father, a father. And she might love another, 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 another. Cause I just made a blunder, a blunder, a blunder, a blunder. Wake up to the coffee, I hear my shawty, she calling.